30 seconds. That may be all the time you have to prepare a persuasive speech in the STANAG 6001 Level 4 exam. If you start speaking without a structure, you can lose your argument, repeat the same idea and run out of things to say. But 30 seconds is enough if you know exactly what to plan. Hi, I'm Jeremy from Battleplan. Welcome to this practical guide, how to approach the first task in the STANAG 6001 Level 4 speaking exam. In this video, I'll show you a 7-step structure that can turn one short prompt into a clear 4 to 5 minute speech. We'll then strengthen your answer with 4 simple rhetorical techniques, helping you sound persuasive, organized, and authoritative. You can find our complete guide to the Level 4 exam on the Battleplan website. We also have 3 other Level 4 videos for you to watch. You'll find links to the guide and all 3 videos in the description below. Okay, the first task in the exam is incredibly stressful for most people. To speak for 4 to 5 minutes with virtually no preparation is a daunting task. And believe me, I found it very demanding when I did it for the demo videos. So, is there anything you can do beforehand? Well, yes. It is paramount that you have a structure in your head before you go into the exam. You need to be able to break speech into manageable chunks. The method I have developed for my students, and we'll talk about today, is to have 7 steps, which are the introduction, gain attention, outline the problem, present a solution, anticipate counterarguments, repeat main ideas, and conclude strongly. If you can memorize these steps and understand their purpose, then you are well on the way to giving an effective speech. So, before we look at how to put this into practice, let's take a look at a sample task. You are speaking on behalf of a building consortium that wants long-standing restrictions on new building projects in Poland to be relaxed. You must persuade people at a formal meeting to support the idea. Before thinking of vocabulary, identify 3 things: who you represent, what you want, and whom you must convince. To convince people of your idea and fulfill the marking criteria's requirements of being persuasive, you must visualize a problem that needs solving. Do you remember that famous scene from The Wolf on Wall Street, where they have to sell a pen?
Sell me this pen.
It's a amazing pen for professionals.
The key to selling is to find out, step 1, what are your clients' needs, values, what pain are they looking to resolve, what do they need? And you're looking to fill that need at the most basic level, right?
You have to approach the talk with the same idea. You have to identify something which needs fixing, something that you can provide the solution for. Let's return to our prompt. Take a moment to look at it and imagine what could be the problem that this prompt provides a solution to. The easiest idea would be the fact that there are a lack of affordable flats in Poland for first-time buyers. Young people cannot afford to get their own place. This is a very plausible scenario. This provides you with your anchor for the rest of the talk, a real-world problem that you can refer back to. Okay, now we have our problem. Let us think about how to apply it to our speech. The problem now becomes points 2 and 3 in our plan. We gain the listener's attention with a dramatic statement, the use of hyperbole to make the listener actually want a solution. You carry on straight into point 3, where you explain in more detail the current problems facing the country. Here you can use rhetorical language to strengthen your delivery. You must paint a picture in such a way that they can visualize the problem and want a solution. Now you are ready to give your solution. For example, replace outdated restrictions with modern regulations that support responsible and sustainable development. Remember, this is not a test of your knowledge of city planning, but of English. So you don't need to worry too much about the solution, as long as you can present it logically and clearly. This is an important part of the speech for 2 reasons. Firstly, it demonstrates to the examiner that you can think broadly about the subject, but it also allows you to use hypothetical language and rhetoric, which show your ability to use language effectively. For our scenario, the obvious counterargument would be the ecological one, that building more blocks of flats would encroach on natural habitats. Of course, don't just give the counterargument, but solve it as well. You could explain that your building projects would use brownfield sites, or that the updated regulations would require sustainable materials, energy efficient construction, and proper urban planning. At level 4, acknowledging the other side makes your argument stronger, not weaker. People remember the last things you tell them. So you must summarize your argument and strengthen your main point. For example, you could use 3 categories: social, economic, and environmental. More homes for families, more jobs and investment, and greener construction under modern standards. Finally, ask the audience to act. A persuasive speech should not simply stop. It should arrive at a decision. Replace outdated restrictions with smart, sustainable regulations that meet Poland's modern needs. The structure I've presented makes your speech clear. Rhetorical techniques make it memorable. Use a rhetorical question. Can Poland afford to delay action any longer? Use a group of 3. More homes, more jobs, more investment. Use repetition. We need modern regulations. We need responsible development. We need action. And use contrast. This is not an uncontrolled development. It is carefully managed progress. You do not need all 4 in every answer. 2 used naturally are far better than 4 used mechanically and artificially. The structure I have given you can also help you prepare C2 level vocabulary. Although you cannot predict the topic, you can predict the rhetorical purpose of each stage of your speech. For example, you can introduce your position with "my central contention is that." You can define the problem by saying "the crux of the matter lies in," and introduce your solution with "a viable way forward would be to." When addressing opposition, you might say, "This objection is not entirely without merit. Nevertheless, it overlooks the fact that." Finally, you can conclude with, "In light of the arguments I have set forward, I urge you to endorse this proposal." These are not phrases to insert mechanically. At level 4, the examiner is looking for precise, flexible, and natural language. Learn several expressions for each stage, but adapt them carefully to the topic and the audience. Use the same 7 headings to plan this task. Persuade the government to allow refugees to work while their asylum applications are being processed. Give yourself 30 seconds, then speak for at least 2 minutes without notes. Remember, structure first, language second, persuasion throughout. That is all from me for today. I hope I have given you some ideas about how to mentally prepare for your speech. If this helps, subscribe to Battleplan for more practical STANAG speaking and writing lessons. That's all from me. Goodbye.